Hi everybody, this is a tutorial on Yamcha's Fang Fist, which is pretty much his signature move, and it's pretty complicated. There's a lot of parts to it, and I think even Yamcha players don't necessarily know all of them. And if you're fighting against Yamcha, you might be like, what the fuck is going on with this move? So, we're going to go into its properties, some fun facts about it, and how to use it if you're a Yamcha player, where it should kind of fit in your game plan. So, to start, let's go over the basics, right? So you got 3 hits. Once those 3 hits are done, the move is over. If you're the defending player, you're fine, and if you're Yamcha, you're just done. And you can do either light, medium, or heavy attacks. The light attacks are a block string, meaning there are no gaps in there. If you're guarding, then there's no gaps to reflect to level 3 or anything like that. The L strength finisher, this last move there, is safe on block. You can see that it kind of knocks the characters apart, but it does not hard knock down on hit. So it's an okay ender on block, and it's a bad ender on hit, basically. You don't want to end, if you hit somebody, you don't want to end with the light button. M strength, which is a cross-up to start, and then those moves, has 2 frame gaps that will hit people trying to mash out. So you can start with a light and go into a medium, and this will hit people trying to press buttons, basically. So we can see the computer's going to do it on me here. Oh, I tried to do something, I get hit. That's bad news for me. The medium strength finisher, so this guy right there, is unsafe on block, but does hard knockdown on hit. This is really the finisher that you're looking for, especially when you've confirmed a hit, because Fang Fist getting a hard knockdown at the end is pretty much why the move exists. So in addition to all this, you can start with L, you can start with M for a cross-up. You can also do a cross-up at any point during the move before the final hit. So I can do it after the first attack, the second attack, whatever. This is, you can only do it once, so I can't do cross up, this, and then cross up again. And this can be beaten if the opponent is mashing a button, such as light. So, again, if you think your opponent is trying to mash out of your Fang Fist, that's when you use the medium buttons. So you can also cancel into heavy at any point during the move. Like, you can do it instantly, you can do it after the second hit, whatever you want. Obviously, you can't do it after a finisher. So you can't be like, finisher, heavy, doesn't work. This is sometimes used as a finisher to extend Fang Fist because you get this kind of special knockdown, special juggle situation where they fly up and you get to do a move. So sometimes people are like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to use this to extend my combo. But we'll talk about that. I don't think it's a good idea generally. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Another fun thing you can do is during the second hit, you can actually press forward and a button to do your finisher move. So you can go light into light finisher. You don't have to do all 3 attacks. Light to medium finisher. I don't think this is particularly useful. I don't know why you would do this, but I suppose if for some reason you wanted to throw off your opponent's timing during the block string, maybe you do this. Another thing you can do during Fang Fist, you can do this retreating move. At any point using the key or special button. You can do it after the first or second hit. And obviously not after the finisher. You can then, at this point, you can actually continue the move from a distance. This is not very useful because, as you can see, you're just not anywhere near your opponent. But you can press special again to do a kind of a fake retreat, jump back and then jump forward. Fake your opponent out, make them think you've gone backwards. You can also do kind of like a heavy, try and catch them into a juggle. You can do all sorts of tricky stuff. If your opponent is really just blocking, this isn't going to get them. But again, if you kind of sense your opponent is trying to be really aggressive and trying to mash out of things, this is a good idea. One thing that is really important with this move, and if you're a Yamcha player, you should just start doing this, is you can mash the move. So you can see, let's just mash out. Mashing it, the 1697 damage. Timing Wolf Fang Fist does more damage. Just, it's free damage. 1834 damage. And you're really trying to time at the, kind of at the end of the hit. This does more damage no matter which button you press. It's just a good habit to get into. The move doesn't do a ton of damage to begin with, so getting a little damage on top of that is what really you should be doing. You can also call assists during Wolf Fang Fist. This is a good way to pick up a little extra damage on hit if you have an assist to let you do this, and it can be something to explore with your team. So I can go like this, call in Trunks, and get 2,500 damage. Another thing to remember with this move is that the medium starter crosses up, right? This is actually a super tricky move. Catches a lot of people, hard to block, but the cross-up starter scales the damage of your combo real heavily. So here's a light starter, 1904. Here's a cross-up, 1468. Spending meter on a cross-up Wolf Fang Fist is a pretty bad idea, unless you're going to get a kill, because it scales the damage so heavily. I mean, look at that. That's like not even 2,000 damage for 1 meter and quite a few hits. So not a great idea. We haven't talked about the heavy starter for Wolf Fang Fist, and that's because I don't think it's particularly great. It's kind of an automatic combo. You don't do anything. It just hits them a bunch, does 1,400 damage. It is fairly quick to start up. As you can see, it kind of catches people even if you do it like half screen. So quick to start up, safe on block. So you can kind of throw it out if you want. It's not amazing, but it's not the worst move in the world. I will say a word about instant heavy Wolf Fang Fist. This move is incredible. It is safe on block. It goes full screen very quickly. And it is very easy to confirm into damage. So you can just be like... Oop, I fucked it up. Easy 3,600 damage. It costs a meter. You're not guaranteed to hit anybody, but if you play Yamcha on second or third slot, this is just... He's so dangerous with meter just because at any point he flies across the screen. And again, like this is literally full screen. Hits anywhere on the ground. Let's talk a little bit about how to actually use this move. How does Wolf Fang Fist fit into your game plan? I'll say first off, don't think of Wolf Fang Fist as a source of damage because it doesn't do a lot of damage. I mean, this is... You can, like, 2,000 damage. You spend meter. Maybe you get 2,900 about. Maybe you could spend more meter to extend that, but that's not, like, you're blowing a lot of meter for less than a pretty standard BNB in this game. So instead, what is, I think, really important about this move is that it ends in a hard knockdown. You did a nice, hard knockdown. This lets Yamcha go in for meaties, whatever other setup you have as a team. So really think of Wolf Fang Fist as a hard knockdown machine. That's really what your goal is with it. It is also useful to kill time. So if your opponent has sparking going on, for instance, and you catch him in Wolf Fang Fist, you can kind of just keep him in a combo forever. Just really long block strings with Yamcha using this move. So that's a good time to use it. It's just if you want to kill time. Getting a little extra damage every now and then is a nice perk of the move. Obviously, it adds up over the course of a match, but really it shouldn't be your primary way of dealing damage. And again, I would really hesitate to spend meter on this move unless you're going to get a kill or something. Wolf Fang Fist is also a great way to end a block string, just because you can get, obviously, a hard knockdown off of it. It keeps your opponent in block. It builds you meter, so let's keep our meter down a little bit. So, you build a little extra meter, your opponent stays in block, and you can use an assist to kind of reset the situation, and continue, continue your offense. And that's pretty much it. Just really think of it as, a way to get a hard knockdown, a nice way to end the block string, get a little extra meter, and a way to, in more rare circumstances, finish an opponent off. Let's say they're at real low health, and you're just looking for a tricky way to get that last hit in. You could use Wolf Fang Fist to do like a little tricky cross up or something. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you learned something. I like Yamcha a lot as a character. I think he's really interesting, and I think Wolf Fang Fist is really kind of interesting take on the Rekka mechanic in fighting games. So good luck out there, and see you next time.